All right, here we are, guys. This is Richard's truck. I don't know what video it is, third or fourth or something like that. Look at this. Oh my God, that's pretty. I mean, that's just pretty. I mean, I'm telling you what. I mean, you can take that and put it on the wall. It's beautiful. We're pretty much down. Darian's got it. Okay, I was sitting here looking at it, and it's really not even close. Richard, let's just think about this. This truck, I guess, has grossed 60,000 pounds kind of on the regular. Maybe not on the complete regular, but, okay, look where we're at right now. First off, what I was first thinking was exhaust manifolds. You know, after all this work's going through, radiators leaking, we're gonna put valve train on it, exhaust, coolers, all that stuff. Everything's getting done. So how pissed off is everybody going to be when, look at where it's at right now. This sucker pops an exhaust manifold bolt, in like 3 months or something. Oh, no. Okay, so at that point, let's yank the manifolds. Yank the manifolds, and actually I haven't been doing 18 foot-pounds. 18 foot-pounds is not enough. Guys, if you're going to tighten them to 18 foot-pounds, it's not enough. Bump it to like 22, but I'm telling you, you go to 28, you're probably going to break them. So, like 22, a little bit tighter than 18, because they back off. I've been telling them, I had to learn that the hard way, but I've been telling them that I'd rather have it back off and fall out than be too tight and break. Okay, because of I've already went through that on the video about my theory. There's about the exhaust manifold bolts between 6 liter and 6.4. We never break 6 liters. We break 6.4s all the time. So, and I go into that about another video. It's the spacer, built-in spacer, my theory. The built-in spacer versus the actual probably 10.9 regular spacer that comes on a 6 liter. I'm getting off course here, but whatever. Look, you know how long it would take? From where we're at right now to, it'd take the most time to actually do the machining on the heads. We could have the heads off in minutes. And, we want to go ahead and stud it, put a set of lifters in it. At that point, we need to make sure that everybody's aware that this will be a stock piston truck. Okay, I want everybody to know that, because sometimes trucks live their whole freaking lives and never have a piston issue at all. Some trucks, that's not the case. Some trucks, they do have piston issues, right? So what I'm just getting at is, Richard loves this truck, man. He loves this truck. So the last thing we want to do is overstep $1 or overstep a dime, or whatever the heck the phrase is. I don't know what the hell the phrase is, but the last thing we want to do is that. So I'm just throwing all the options out right now, and it's substantially more. We're talking a little bit more, but it's just, things get real. This is kind of like Meadows block right here. Exact same thing, 6.4. I'm getting ready to put it together, but things get real when you're actually sitting here looking at it and thinking, the studs, who knows if we need them. We've driven it for quite a bit, and I didn't, head gaskets, they got 6.4s don't really suffer from it. Okay, they do, whatever, when you turn it up, but they don't really suffer like 6 liter. Studs are bigger, the bolts are actually bigger, but that would also allow us to put a set of lifters in it. Even though it's only a 70,000 mile truck. I'm just throwing out all the pros, and then cons is, of course, cost. But the pros would be, you would get fresh exhaust manifold bolts. It sucked to pop one. I got plenty of videos on exhaust manifold bolts that have been popped, leaking exhaust. That you get studs, you'd get lifters, a lot of that stuff. That's it all started because I sat here and looked at the exhaust manifolds. So if we want to take the manifolds off, we can just do that. If we want to leave it all at this point right now, we can absolutely do that too. We can do whichever one. The one thing that's really cool is we definitely don't need to take the front cover off. It looks good. It's beautiful. They cavitate right there. Right here on this spot, they cavitate. You can see a little discoloring, but it's nowhere dug into material, so we're good. So right now, I guess sky's the limit. You know, hell, we could put it over there. We could go ahead and yank this sucker out and put some ceramic pistons in it, and you know, I mean, we can do it all. But I mean, this truck runs good. I mean, it did. It just had full. Everything was on it. DPF and all that crap was on it. No. It was just the coolers, wasn't it? It was. Oh yeah. Oh, we weren't. Okay, I'm remembering now that this was already tuned. It was already done. So all we're doing is hardware, basically. Yeah, we're not even. I don't even think we touched the tune. So, but the manifolds, you know, he hasn't gotten the bracket off yet, but we'll get the bracket off. Get the manifolds. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, but the bad thing about manifolds and why I didn't just say, you know, yeah, it's $30 in bolts or something like that, new gaskets, you know, clean them all up real good. But if we go ahead and do the manifolds and we break one, I can't fix it for free. So that's where the question would be, you know. We're not, that's actually a good thing. I'm glad Darian didn't take them off until right now, because if one breaks and it turns into a booger, some of them do in chassis. Some of them do. If it does, I would much rather not touch it. You know what I mean? And hopefully you don't get grumpy with me thinking that I'm trying to finagle but I just, you know, there's a point. I mean, I've spent hours laying under these trucks drilling on freaking manifold bolts, go home at night covered with metal shavings. I mean, if you want to well, I'm not talking to Richard, I'm just saying in general as public. If you want to come lay down there with me while I'm drilling, and then, I mean, I'll do it for free. You know, we can do it together. but as far as like me being at a, you know, shop setting, having to fix those broken exhaust manifold bolts because of something that we did preemptively without the customer's approval, yeah, that's not where I really want to go. Because those exhaust manifold bolts have broke many a heart in this world. I tell you that right now. I've been in that bay before and justified ourselves all the way to this before over broken exhaust manifold bolts. So that's why I kind of put a big importance on it. So I at least want to discuss it. Because Richard brought this truck from, I mean, he drove quite a ways. It was a whole day deal. I think it was just one day. I think he drove up and then drove back home. He's from down south, so I don't want to leave stones unturned. If we do, let's turn it up a little bit and look at it and discuss it, at least by discussing it. So that way there won't be surprises, you know, in the future ownership for Richard of the truck. You know, I'd like to basically discuss all the areas that I have had seen issues in these. So that's where we're going with it. And you know, throwing it on video is the best way, because when I do this, it's locked in and you can go back and watch it and you know, take notes, which, I mean, when you're spending a sizable amount of money, I mean, when I do that, I would take notes on stuff. I want to write down what's going on, okay, this and that, and what do we want to do, and what will we do, and how much is this and how much is that. You know, there's even at this point right now, there's still a massive amount of planning that is going on. Richard's AC, that's why we left this all kind of ghetto-fied laying down here, because his AC was golden. It worked good. I mean, was it hot? I mean, I remember I turned it on and it was cold. So we have not disrupted it. I look at it as, if we do not have to open up the AC system, don't. I mean, we got the machines and all that crap, we can do it, but, you know, I'd like to leave the accumulator exactly in the state that it is in now, unless we have a reason to open it. So, you know, if we have a reason to open it, then right on, there you go, let's go through and do what we do, but right now we have no reason. And ACs, I tell people all the time, they are the most under-repaired system on a vehicle. If any part of that, I mean, unless it's a leak or something, but if that compressor chunks stuff through it, it's done. Replace every single pit of it, which sucks. I've rambled enough. Thought I'd throw the potential heads, exhaust manifolds, possibly, you know. I think I've covered it. So have a good day, guys.